Hi, welcome to Kudurru Stone. This video will be a quick introduction into the Kudurru Stone application. I'm going to try to keep this short so that because the video is meant to be a broad overview of this application, I will make subsequent videos going into more detail on how you use the application. This is mostly as a demonstration. So when you log into the application, you're going to be presented with the dashboard. The dashboard looks like this. You will notice that there are a list of projects and a list of tasks. These are projects and tasks that have been assigned to you directly so that you know exactly when things are going to be due and then what project they're for and what clients they're for. There are also the quick project search over here and the quick client search here. These allow you to quickly find a client. If you have a client on the phone, you can come in here, type in a client name, click Find Client, and you can quickly find that client. Same thing with the project if you need to find out a project. Alternatively, you can come over here to the navigation menu, which is on the left side of your screen, and you can quickly find the client or the project you want. But this is more of a quick search over here on the right side. On the top, you'll see a What is this button. That is for giving more kind of like a help button. On certain screens we have this so that if you're stuck and not sure how to do something or why something is presented the way it is, you can click on the What is this button, and that will give you a little bit more detail about what the current page that you're viewing is about and some guidelines on how to use it. As mentioned earlier, on the left side is your navigation. It's oriented, or it's organized in a way that it's kind of like the flow. So you would have clients first, and then once you have a client, you can add in projects to those clients, and so every project needs to belong to a client. Once you have projects, you can actually enter in project tasks for those projects. Then once you have project tasks, then you can begin to use the employee time and the scheduling features. Employees can add in time for their projects and project tasks. You can schedule the project tasks for specific employees on specific days. And we also have a digiboards. They're basically an electronic dry erase board. So you can have different lists, and within each list you'll have all these projects and project tasks. And that allows you to drag over from one to the next, so that you can keep track of different tasks and where they're at in the process. There's mapping, so that you can map your clients and projects to find out where your clients and projects are located, as long as you have given addresses for your clients and lat and longs for your projects. There's a bookkeeping feature that allows you to create invoices for projects and then also receive payments from clients so that you know when an invoice has been paid and when it's outstanding. There are also various reports as well that you can click on and find out additional information about your company. To go in a little bit more in depth, in the administration menu, this is where all your settings, the application settings and your company settings. Your company settings is where you can set your address, your primary user, and then also your subscription. Your primary user is the one that Kudurru Stone will contact if there are updates to the application, or if we need to get in touch with somebody from your company. You also have past invoices over here as well. The other settings here are simply application settings, allowing you to add project types and employee titles and expense types and what have you. For example, if we go into the project types, it allows you to, for your own company, what types of projects do you work on. There's also a map color. This allows you to set what color a project is when it is mapped. They're mapped as place markers, and so you can have all topo surveys be this little pink color so that you can see all your topo surveys on a map, and likewise with the boundary and construction. And you can add in additional project types as you need to, setting each individual color. Lots of settings in the administration menu. So clients, as we spoke, clients are where all your clients are going to be saved. You're going to store all your clients here. There's advanced searching capabilities. You can click on the client. You'll go back. You'll go into that client. You'll be able to see details for that client. Within the client, you'll see notes, client contacts, and client projects. And so I can add in individual notes for each client. I can add in contacts, and then individual projects as well. So you can gain access to a specific project for a client by coming in here, or likewise you can click on the projects tab, click search, and then it would come up here, so that then you could go into and find the project and open up the details about that project. On the project, this is the project edit right there. If we scroll down, you'll notice that we have project notes, project files, project tasks, time and equipment for this particular project, and then section, township, and range information for the specific project if that applies to you. We're going to come back to project tasks. On here, again, this is like a dry erase board a little bit. These are tasks specific for the project that you're viewing. And so now you can very easily move this from one stage to the next as one stage gets completed on that specific task. Additionally, we can move it back. Also, we have these little icons: task time, task assignments, task notes, and then editing the task itself. Since this is green, this tells me that there's been time charged to this particular task, and so I could click there and a screen would open up showing me all the time that's been applied to this task and who has done it and how many hours and then when they entered it in. Task assignments, also it's green, so that means this task has been assigned to somebody. I can click on that and notice immediately that Demo 1 user is assigned to this. There's no notes, and it was assigned on this particular date and time. However, this particular task does not have any task assignments, and so therefore it is not green and that has not been assigned to anybody. You'll also notice over here it's a due date. It shows when the due date is. Since it is past the 9th, or getting close to the 9th, it is red. And then we also see who is assigned to it in Demo User 1, and we saw that through the Task Assignments button. So this gives you a good overview of each task very quickly. You can also click on the Edit Task button, which would actually open up the details of that task so that you can then set all of the additional information. For instance, we can see the assignments, when something has been scheduled, all the notes, and then also all the details as far as dating is concerned and what status it is. I can go back to the project and I can see the project again. Project time and equipment now, that was tasks. Project time and equipment simply shows you the employees and then what title they were and gives you some billing information and whatnot. Also, if you charge by equipment, it can show you the equipment that that employee used and the rate at which that was billed at. Right now we do not have a budget in here, so therefore we have a negative value there. So that's clients and projects, project tasks. Employee time we covered a little bit, but if you want to add in new employee time, you can come into the new employee time, click on new. You know, click on your project, click on your task, date, hours, notes, what title you were during those hours, and then if you can just click create and the time would be created. Add equipment and expenses. You could then add additional equipment and expense to this particular time entry. Different views, we can look at the employee time list to see employee time organized for specific users. If you had more users in here, you would see that. You could filter by start date, end date, project, and then to task, and it would automatically filter all of that for you. Weekly view is simply a weekly timesheet for all of the employees or for a specific employee. And showing the week of, you can see, you know, if I want to see the week of the 11th and see all the time for that, I could do that. And this will show you all of the time for this specific week with all the totals. If I clicked on, say, for instance, if I clicked on Monday, 3 hours, that would automatically take me back to the time list filtered for demo user 1, filtered for the start date, the end date, the project, and the task, and then I could see all that time specifically if there were multiple entries for that.